Hi, it's Roger from MiWayJourneys. I've been to a lot of incredible places, but Bavaria, this region absolutely blew me away. We're talking fairy tale castles perched on mountain cliffs, crystal clear Alpine lakes, underground adventures, and some of the best food and beer you'll ever taste. In the next 9 minutes, I'm taking you through 10 must-see spots in Bavaria, from Neuschwanstein Castle to the Eagle's Nest, and giving you all the insider tips you need to plan the perfect Bavarian Alps itinerary. Whether you've got 3 days or 5, this ultimate Bavaria travel guide has you covered. Let's kick things off with the crown jewel of Bavaria, Neuschwanstein Castle. This is the place that Walt Disney modeled for his Disney theme parks after, and fun fact, it's actually the inspiration for the Sleeping Beauty's castle. King Ludwig II built this in the 1800s as his personal fantasy retreat, and today it's one of the most visited castles in Europe. My biggest tip: get there early or purchase tickets in advance. Early means like before 9 a.m. to beat the tour bus crowds. The Marienbrücke Bridge is a short trek up above the castle, but gives you that iconic postcard view. But if you want something even more special, hike up to the Tegelberg cable car area for a less crowded angle. Book your tickets online weeks in advance because they sell out, especially in summertime. About 30 minutes away is the Linderhof Palace, King Ludwig's smaller but equally stunning retreat. While Neuschwanstein gets all the hype, I actually love Linderhof even more because it felt more intimate, and the gardens are absolutely spectacular. The palace itself is in the Rococo design with gold mirror chandeliers everywhere, and the grotto inside is this wild artificial cave Ludwig had built to recreate scenes from Wagner operas. The fountains go off on a schedule, so time your visit around that. This is a must-see spot on any Bavaria travel guide, and combining both castles in one day is totally doable if you've got a car. Between the castles, don't skip Weizkirch, the White Church. I'll be honest, from the outside it may look pretty plain, but step inside and your jaw will drop. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. With its Rococo design, it is a masterpiece with some of the most ornate ceiling frescoes I've ever seen. It's a pilgrimage church, so it's got this peaceful, almost spiritual vibe. Best part? It's free to enter, and if you go early in the morning, you might have the whole place to yourself. Right nearby is Oberammergau, this adorable Bavarian village famous for two things: wood carving and the Passion Play. The Passion Play only happens every 10 years. Next one's in 2030, but even without it, Oberammergau is worth a stop. The buildings are covered in these incredible painted frescoes called Luftmalerei, and you can watch woodcarvers at work in their shops. Grab a pretzel, wander the streets, and soak in that quintessential Bavarian charm. Now let's head east to the Herrenchiemsee Palace, where Bavaria's largest lake, and the stunning Herrenchiemsee Palace sitting on an island in the middle of it. King Ludwig II strikes again. This time he tried to recreate the Palace of Versailles, and honestly he got pretty close. The Hall of Mirrors here is absolutely breathtaking, and the gardens are immaculate. You can only reach the island by boat, which adds to the adventure. Ferries run regularly from Prien or Gstaad, and the ride itself is gorgeous with views of the Alps in the distance. The palace tour takes about 30 minutes, and I highly recommend it because the history is fascinating. Ludwig ran out of money before finishing, so some rooms are just rough finish-ups. Give you a look-inf to how it was built. After the tour, you may want to rent a bike or just walk around the island. There's a monastery, maintained trails, and a beer gardens. If you've got time, Chiemsee is also great for swimming in summer or just chilling lakeside. Next up is Berchtesgaden, and if you're doing the Bavarian Alps properly, this will serve and an excellent base to make outward travels each day. This little town sits right on the Austrian border, surrounded by some of the most dramatic peaks in Germany, including the famous Watzmanns. The town center is super walkable with colorful buildings, cozy cafes, and that classic Alpine atmosphere. I've stayed here for 3 nights and for a week, and it was the perfect hub for exploring Königssee, the Eagle's Nest, and the salt mines. Plus, the views from your hotel window. Awesome Berchtesgaden also has a darker side of history. It was a retreat for Nazi leaders, including Hitler, but today it's reclaimed as a peaceful mountain town. Königssee is hands down one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen. The water is an insane emerald green color. The only way to explore it is by electric boat. No gas engines allowed to keep it pristine, and the boat tour itself is an experience. Halfway across, the captain stops, pulls out a trumpet, and plays a tune that echoes off the mountains. It may seem cheesy, but also kind of magical. The boat takes you to St. Bartholomew, this an iconic church with red onion domes right on the water. In the fall time, a cup of coffee and apfel strudel while looking at the mountains could be a great respite. After Königssee, head to the Jennerbahn cable cars for a spectacular ride, and views. This thing takes you up to about 1,800 meters, and the views from the top are absolutely incredible. You can see Königssee below, the Watzmann Mountain range, and on clear days, even into Austria. There are hiking trails at the summit for all levels, or you can just hang at the restaurant and soak it all in. If you're into photography, this is one of the best Bavaria photography spots you'll find. Go in the morning for the best light and fewer crowds. The Eagle's Nest or the Kelstein House is one of those places you just have to see. Perched at 1,834 meters, this was Hitler's mountaintop retreat, and today it's a restaurant and museum with some of the most jaw-dropping panoramic views in the Alps. You can't drive up yourself. You have to take a special bus from the parking lot, and then there's a tunnel and a brass elevator that takes you up through the mountain. It's a bit surreal. The weather up here is unpredictable, so check forecasts and go early if you can. Back down in Berchtesgaden, don't miss the salt mine tour. You'll put on these mining suits, slide down wooden slides into the mine, yes, slides, and ride a boat across an underground salt lake. It's fun, it's quirky, and it's a great break from hiking. The tour explains the centuries-old salt mining history, and honestly, it's just a cool experience you won't find anywhere else. Okay, let's talk logistics, because getting around Bavaria is actually pretty easy. Munich is your main gateway fly-in there, and you're about an hour to 2 hours from most of these spots by car or train. If you're renting a car, you'll have the most flexibility, but trains are solid too, especially with a Bayern ticket, which gives you unlimited regional travel for a day. Parking at castles and popular spots can be tight, so arrive early. For Neuschwanstein and Herrenchiemsee, book tickets online in advance. Cash is still king in smaller villages, so carry euros. As for timing, spring and fall are the sweet spots, fewer crowds, great weather, and the landscapes are stunning. Now, the food. You can't come to Bavaria without diving into schnitzel spätzle, pretzels the size of your head, and obviously beer and schnapps. Beer gardens are a way of life here, and they're the perfect place to unwind after a day of sightseeing. Try a Radler if you want something lighter, or go full Bavarian with a massive Helles. Budget-wise, Bavaria isn't the cheapest, but you can save with combo tickets like the Königsschlosser pass for the castles. Renting an Airbnb or the Like My Be an even better option. Bring layers because Alpine weather changes fast. Respect quiet hours in churches, and if you're hiking, stick to marked trails. And if you're into drone photography, check local rules. Some areas, especially near castles, are no-fly zones. With 3 to 5 days, you can hit all these spots comfortably. Start in Munich, loop through the castles, base yourself in Berchtesgaden, and you'll have the ultimate Bavaria itinerary. So there you have it, 10 must-see spots in Bavaria that will absolutely make your trip unforgettable. From the fairy tale magic of Neuschwanstein and Linderhof to the serene beauty of Königssee and the history of the Eagle's Nest, this region has it all. Whether you're a castle lover, a hiking fanatic, a history buff, or just someone who wants to eat amazing food and drink great beer, Bavaria delivers. I hope this Ultimate Bavaria travel guide helps you plan the perfect adventure. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more travel tips, and drop a comment letting me know which spot you're most excited to visit. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching this Bavaria travel guide. Don't forget to check out the description for links to booking sites, my gear, and a full written itinerary. If you want more European travel content, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep exploring.